Hello everyone, and welcome back to our 9th grade math course. If you missed part 1 on writing and evaluating numerical expressions, be sure to check that out before continuing because this lesson will be tied to that lesson. In today's video, we're going to be writing algebraic expressions. We've done this in the last video, but in today's video, we're going to be going more in depth. Now, let's get started. Writing algebraic expressions means translating written phrases or descriptions into mathematical expressions using variables, numbers, and operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This basically means when you write algebraic expressions, you turn words or sentences into math expressions using numbers, variables, and math operations. So let's look at the first example. 2/5 of a number squared. So first we see 2/5, which means we have to do a fraction. So 2/5 of a number squared. Of typically means multiplication, so we're going to multiply that by a number squared. Now we can put m as the variable, and squared means to the power of 2, so it's m squared. So the answer would be 2/5 times m squared. So let's move on to the next example, which is the quotient of 45 and r. So when it says quotient, that means we're going to divide. And here it says of, but we are not going to be multiplying because it says the quotient of 45 and r. So we're going to be dividing 45 and r. So it will be 45 divided by r. Or you can write it 45 divided by r. Or you can write it also this way, 45 divided by r. So that will be the answer. Let's move on to the next example, which is 20 divided by a number to the 5th power. So first we're going to write 20 divided by, so divided by a number, which we can use m as the variable, m to the 5th power. So we can write 5 here. So the answer would be 20 divided by m to the 5th power. Now let's move on to the next example, which is the quotient of 20 and the number to the 5th power. Now some of you guys might be thinking that this is the same example as the last example, but it isn't, because the last example said 20 divided by a number to the 5th power. This says the quotient of 20 and a number to the 5th power. The and is the difference, and now we have to put 20 and the variable together inside parentheses, and on top of it we have to put the exponent. It will look like this: 20 divided by m parentheses to the 5th power. So this is what the expression would look like. As you saw in the last example, small changes in wording can create very different algebraic expressions. Always read carefully. Now it's time for you guys to try. Pause the video and solve, and then resume after you finished. So the expression for this would be 3 times a number decreased by 8. So it would be 3 times m minus 8. Or you could also write it as 3 times the variable minus 8. So the expression would be 3 times m minus 8. If you got that correct, write it down below in the comments. That's it for this video, guys. See you on the next one.